Welcome everybody to Game 4 of our semi-finals matches for the Ultimate Team Tournament 2, playing on Wolfhetzer in the West. As the Brits, it is Seeking Guy, and as the Soviets, it is Creative Name.
And they're facing CB Clan. Artvik playing as SOW on the right side and Prosros playing on the left side as the Wehrmacht, and no sniper play coming in with Spritz, and maybe he will go again for his interesting tactic about double grenadier, double MG play, which worked in the first game, but will it work in the second game? We will not know. We will find it out, like probably in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, do already have a commander pick. Special Operations Doctrine, which is one of the classic picks. Always nice to see this. Of course, one of the best things being the artillery flares, which cannot be shot down.
Yeah, I really like, I mean, you don't have like infantry like Panzer, Fusiliers, or Jäger infantry, you have to call in infantry, but the command point is still a good choice, especially if you know Creative Name loves to play with KV1. And my target is very strong with KV1 to penetrate.
Yeah, fully agree. I think mark target has always been really important against any kind of like heavy, especially heavy Soviet tanks. When you do manage to penetrate them, you actually want that damage to go as far as it can, so mark target really useful for that.
Here comes Intersection 2, trying to find the MG in a new angle. MG have the repositioning.
They just managed to get around the back of it.
But the Pioneer actually making a lot of damage. Close range there. It's low, but I don't understand process here. Like, snipers, he saw them last time. Sniper play was so painful versus US player, and the same for crits because you have no counter sniper in early game. But I think process isn't a sniper play at all, and before you use the sniper, don't go for a sniper, I guess. You see,
a sniper, I think. Say that again,
no
sorry,
if you have a look on Creative Name's army, 3 Maxims, no conscripts.
By the way, Volks Grenadier through the center. Universal Carrier's got eyes on them. Very, very low health. Sure to go down. So that's going to be the first squad wipe of the game. It is. Really, really not what Artvik needed, especially after the last game as USF, where he was the one that lost a lot in the start. That's definitely going to knock his confidence a bit.
I mean, Artvik doing a good job. He's pushing the Maxims around, but now 3 Maxims are on the field, and when you got pushed away one time with OKW, it's so painful to flank 3 MGs around. Also, some risk help, doing a lot of damage. 4 kills already on the Volsky carrier.
Our capture point.
Oh! Left-hand side. Infantry section just got taken down by Grenadiers. By the munitions.
Nice pickup there.
Very important pickup. That they absolutely need squad wipes like that early on, and that at least evens the field a little bit. Really interested to see what the commander pick is going to be here. I've actually noticed that we've seen counter-attack tactics in a lot of the Soviet loadouts for commanders, but haven't actually seen it myself in the tournament once yet.
Yeah, that was a thing in the other series. We saw it one time, but I don't know if you won or not. But it's a strange commander. It can work sometimes, throwing in that. Oh, the rescue going very close to Grenadier. No fouls though. And now for Artvik it's really hard. Like, he lost one Volksgrenadier and he doesn't replace it, so he has only 3 Volksgrenadier anymore, facing 3 Maxims. That's not enough infantry. Flank this around. Seeking was replacing his lost intersection, so he has again 3 intersections. Berserker doing so much work. 8 kills already, almost with 1. 9 kills, almost.
Oh, that's a really good decap here. Artivik took a really good moment. He's cut fuel supply to the allies on the right-hand side with a cheeky little decap of that strategic point. Meanwhile, you see Creative Names actually trying to secure double fuel at this point, so really good to negate that before allies were benefiting from double fuel resources.
Oh, nice. Nice. We don't see a 2-2-2 from Wehrmacht. From the process, he's going for Flamer half-track.
We are losing a sector.
Interesting play here. It can work with his Maxims if they are unsupported. But on the other side, that means they can't really kill the Universal Carrier because the Flame After doesn't do much damage. He's chasing the Solid Pioneer, and there's a Wehrmacht Pioneer in retreat as well.
I would actually say this is the best counter to the Maxims, actually. You really need a unit like that to dive in and push them around a bit. And see the effect that that had. That's a pretty good decision there from Brosras. To go the Brits out of all their cover positions, so now it's just time for this massive infantry blob here from both players to push through the center. If they go for that point, the strategic point outside of the base, they'll be rewarded with a pretty good resource lead.
Yeah, it really was the best choice, as you said, because OKW had no chance at all to attack this Maxim, so with the help of the team player they made, there's no sysgun yet from Creative Name, only a guard squad, and also no AC so far, so the Flame After can do a lot of work until the AC arrives. So, yes, really well played from the Tesh knowledge. 14 kills already on the Universal Carrier.
Well, I gotta just commend Seeking Guy there for his rapid suppression on the Universal Carrier, getting those 2 Grenadier squads to retreat. It's
We're losing a capture point.
really helpful to defend. Now we just see there's an AEC on the road. It is so fast. It is going straight for that half track, and there really isn't that much to defend it. As you say, no AT gun at all. Might suffer a Faust from the Grenadiers. I think he can chase that into the base. He does. Manages to get the kill.
Yeah, and that's the point. That was... Well, wait, what? No engine damage? Okay. It's not engine damage. For some reason not. But yeah, this was sadly way too aggressive play. Like, he knew the Flamer half-track so hard and throwing it away. So
just bad timing. I mean, the Puma was nearly there. A few seconds later, I don't think that push would have been possible.
Yeah, let's see. Timing is a big important point in CRH. 2 seconds can decide everything. And since Portal doesn't go for a sniper, you see a sniper in build now from Seeking. To say, hey, last game my Wehrmacht sniper did very well. I can do it as well as Sprint.
Interesting.
That's a triple that follows.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Well, tier 3 going up for Creative Name. And it doesn't look at this point. I mean, actually, why would he be building that now if he's going to go for a tier 4? So perhaps he is going to go for something out of tier 3.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Oh, he skipped it. He's finally going forward, yeah. Not finishing his build.
Why did he do that?
Mistake probably. Got an AC, maybe he's playing Pioneer. No. It was away. Also to see that we don't see a mortar pit this time with Spritz, because last time it seemed was building mortar pit dies 2 times, so he says, okay, I don't trust in my mortar pit in this game. I trust in my sniper play.
I think the sniper is, provided they can get veteran C1 on it, would be really helpful in taking down some of the vehicles. Valentine, by the way, Seeking Guy has gone for Royal Artillery Regiment. Valentine will come in to help the fight here. AC, by the way, pursuing the Puma, misses its second shot. AEC, I think, just dancing a little bit there, not sure which way to go.
Here comes the
Be
fight.
really careful not to lose the Tommy squad in the center there, whilst he was microing the AEC. With Valentine in, things are a little more secure. Allies doing really well at this moment. I think actually if they push units off the right-hand side of the map, they'll be able to get a triple cap.
Yeah, there's only one single machine that's really get spotted. Oh no, he doesn't go on the building, he builds a demo charge on the house.
It's a really nice demo charge, actually. We saw one in a previous match. Oof. That decap right there is basically reduced the Axis down to 2 strategic points as their current resource income. That is huge resource denial. Oh, I really wish the guards would get out of that house. I'm clicking the detonate button, but it isn't happening, Stern Panther.
Valentine going in for the Valentine. 2 shots connecting. Here comes the nade on guard, his retreat, and he's baiting, he's trying to, but it's actually a full retreat with 2 Volksgrenadiers. Maybe a misclick there. Double guards. Yeah, I think you will skip now T3 and go right away for Katusha or T43 or KV1. There's no need for T70 anymore.
I think creative names bait here might be a little bit too obvious as to why he's not getting in the house at that moment. Artovic, I don't think has fallen for that one. You can see creative name, he's like trying to push him around, like, hey look, get in the house, you could flank me. But Artovic here, he's actually got the support package, and he's going to be able to walk around. He's going to notice that's there. He's walking pretty close to it, to be honest.
Almost.
I'm really surprised he didn't spot that. She thought.
Yeah, Triple Cap is still going forward. Crit Sniper has 6 kills already. And Process right now has 0 anti-tank at all, and there's a Valentine 8 AC on the field. Stuka coming. The right side.
A couple of times today we've seen those first Stuka hits be really deadly. That was one of them. 5 models dropped. Pretty much all the health of the squad.
Universal carrier ready for the off.
No. Mortar pit in our favourite position, Stern Panther.
Yeah, now it saves everything, and yeah, Axis have to do something very soon to stop this triple cap. Also double mission coming in for allies.
I actually think the Axis, they may be okay. I mean, they've actually got 3 machine guns for Artovic, plus the machine gun for Brosras. All they have to do is bring up some AT and just slowly work that line, I think. Seeking Guy here just using his time whilst there's not much going on to lay some mines, which is really good. You've always got to be doing that even at this point in the game.
Yeah, though, the 3 MGs are facing Sniper and Mortar Pit. Now the Sniper is walking forward and throwing the coordination fire. Just being annoying.
Yeah, Sniper just put some. Sniper just landed some base howitzer artillery right outside the Axis base. So they're pressuring the mortar there.
KV1 will come very soon for creative name. At the moment there's only one single Puma who can fight versus it.
Hard. It's going to be an interesting engagement. Struggling to deal with the AEC earlier. But actually just having recaptured that Maxim from creative name, they're already starting to get more control of the map on the right hand side. The Panzer IV that's just come in for Brosras. Wow, I think the mortar pit is actually blowing up Allied mines, and I know that mine blew up just before the Volksgrenadiers got to it. So I think the mortar pit actually is triggering the mines that they've laid.
Yes, KV1 forcing the MGs away. Puma tries to do some damage, but frontal armor is huge.
Yeah, that's the second time today, Stern Panther, but I just seen the Puma miss the aim shot. And not the first time that it's happened. Really unfortunate.
So Weimar before out, and this before has to make a lot of damage. Another mine got triggered down from the before. Trigger coming in. Doing not too much damage.
Targeted on enemy forces in our territory. The AT gun you ordered is ready.
And again, there's a triple cap coming in for allies.
I think we're going to see something big from Seeking Guy here. He's got access to coordinated artillery barrage, loads of light vehicles in the center. Obviously the Universal Carrier's gone down, but he does have the AEC and the Valentine, and I think it's just going to be able to put pressure. They've just got to dive on top of the strategic point. It is so disabling to Axis resources. Love that the Valentine there able to penetrate the Panzer IV, just rolls up, takes the shot. Absolutely no contest. Suddenly Axis now are just so focused on that strategic point. AC on the right hand side going for the Puma is having to smoke and try to ground attack through the smoke, but actually it's the Puma that gets it first. Great play from Artovic, and now the Valentine is coming in to try and look for that Puma. But it does manage to escape. Great play from those two.
It was the pick they definitely needed, but still forward. Seeking is such strong in position right now, so more with the more sniper
Capture point is being
section.
overrun.
But Process is able to go to the left side to stop the triple cap. He does on his own before.
Stormless close air support is available.
I just heard the IL-2 air support is ready.
Yeah, that's definitely bad news, and he has enough munition to use it. In any case, the Axis make the next big push. Stukebarsch coming into the middle, Maxim probably.
Yeah, I mean, actually, when you think about it right now, it's just going to be air support plus coordinated barrage. Axis don't have any response to
Enemy
it.
forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
We are losing a sector.
Here comes the Katyusha. Like, as you said, Axis have alone. Artwick has 3 MG already and 1 Raketenwerfer, and it's 4 weapon teams.
Steal our sector.
1 MG for Boss as well, so Katyusha will do a good job here at all the weapon teams. Madrid shooting in the middle victory point, trying to retain the cap.
Like you, Stern Panther, I'm just waiting for the Sturmovik airstrike to come in.
Click the button.
I'm waiting for it. press the button. The coordinated barrage is coming in. We know that's... Where's that been called?
Taking our territory.
That one is right on top of the machine gun and mortar. Probably looking to defend the mortar pit. Things starting to heat up. Creative Name just trying to get control of the VPs. There's actually a Seeking guy who's going for the killing blow, marching right up to the base. You just hear there all the calls from the Axis as their units are dying. Grosras is going to go for a Stook here. He's going to struggle to get anything else out in time.
Yeah, that needs something versus the 3 kills. Checks it out, but 2 points. Before in trouble.
Oh, I love this from the Puma. That was a really good play. Puma pushes in. Still has access to some smoke. The mortar pit does a huge amount of damage there as the shells land. AT gun is taken down. The Sturmovik air support is in, so the infantry are no longer able to support this unit. And there you go, you just see the Puma using the smoke. KV-1's got to get a ground attack shot here. Misses.
He's really scared actually, yeah. He's not pushing forward. The guy. Katusha coming in the middle left side. He's going to just retreat. Actually, I thought he will use the Katusha to kill the Puma. I'm working with you now. Kill it.
They are just pinning everything down, even in the base. And then just have a look at this. You get coordinated fire dropped from the Tommies right outside the base again. So the howitzers are just going to turn. They're not even going to cool the barrels down. It's going to continually fire shells into the base. The Sturmovik is still pinning squads down at the HQ territory.
It's a future, not a bug, it's a future. Sadly. In the middle one, Flamer Pioneer went down and dropped the Flamer. Maybe the infrasection will grab it if he sees it. Oh yeah, so... oh, his infrasection is a flavor.
Wow, this is a really tough position for Axis. And of course, if Creative Name and Seeking Guy win at this moment, then they'll be moving on to the finals tomorrow.
Not well, yeah. More mines going down to Pantagrenadiers. Left side MG got recruited. We can steal the Maxime. Not a big win, but still some more wins.
Oh wow, that's a nice Katusha shot. Aimed right on all of the units that were retreating, and I think they actually... did they kill the machine gun crew there, or was it just...
I think so, yeah. The Storm Maxime. No, the MG42 was maybe. Here comes the Stube in the middle. We should get some bikes as well.
Really so desperate, of course, for the mortar pit. Probably get some more success just firing on the British support weapons.
Creative Name clicked the button again. So infantry for Axis. But Artwork is actually able to decap right victory points, so at least stop a little bit there, please. Okay, we're just preparing in front of AT guns and other stuff, who cares? Backs up. Before moving in aus the Stück, but without infantry you can't push these tanks. Risky.
Our renovated HQ is ready, and heavy tanks are now available.
And Seeking goes for a Comet, which Axis will be more struggling versus. No Panther coming to the commits.
Deadly. They're still managing to get on top of VPs. They're about to get a triple cap here. But I get the feeling that they actually need to play together here now. Allies have just used up a lot of the resources they had, a lot of the munitions on those airstrikes and artillery barrages. We're going to have to see some serious teamwork from Axis to actually get around these heavy vehicles. They're going to need to be snaring together. They're going to need to be flanking together.
Yeah, definitely. It's some team players know how to work. Did you saw how the sniper died from Sea King?
I did not know.
Same here. Probably to injured fire somewhere. In the heat of the fights. Actually, Stuks are very strong versus comets. If you can hold the line, have a high penetration. Rush again in the middle of the tree mortar, some rubber.
Another Stuka barrage. I think this one might be on top of the Katusha, maybe? No, again for the mortar. It just seems like such a waste to me. It does next to no damage, and they're missing targets like the Katusha. They're missing targets like the repairing engineers and sappers, which is sad to see. We have had some more vehicles come onto the field, by the way. There's a second Stug on the field now. As you were saying, probably the appropriate option to fight against the Comet and the KV-1. But they're going to have to start landing indirect fire on top of the support weapons like the AT gun if they're going to be able to use those units effectively. 100 VPs now.
That's what you know, when Wehrmacht players backed into 3 and not going for T4, you know, they're in trouble. The Stuks are fine, but Hunters are better.
Oh, the Puma here is going to go in for it. It's just noticed that the T-34 is low on health. And gets a great shot. That, oh, beautiful fragmentation bombs as well. Wiped the engineers that were repairing. We were just talking about how they're going to manage to do this. The Comet is in trouble, by the way. Comet is on very, very low health right now. And we do have the Command Panther that's just been called in. Axis just suddenly have had some kind of revival. And they now have all the tools that they need to start pushing the map back. Mark target immediately on that KV-1. The Panzerschrecks go in and penetrate, giving a little bit of damage.
That's the time right now. Axis have to push right now. Allies tanks are low HP. Don't let them repair it. There's one small gap right now that Axis can come back actually and turn this game around. Also KV-1 is ultra low. But Axis are too scared to go fall in.
Artillery flares down now so that Axis can see where's the best point to lay the Stuka barrage. It is available. You see that they're looking for that golden shot that's going to turn the game.
There you go, Axis push. Don't let the allies repair. Now or never.
That is really just the truth. It is now or never. Artillery flares show that the engineers are reinforcing that. It's actually a pretty good attempt.
Oh, I'm waiting so hard that Adric just say, okay, let's do it. Command Panther from the middle, Timber from the flank, Stuk support from behind.
I mean, they have enough. They absolutely have enough here, so...
Here it comes, go now. Let's get scared.
Yeah, I mean, have a look at the map right now. Axis are definitely moving up the map, and it's not a situation where they're just doing it without any support behind them. Like, they're actually able to sit on the points that they capture, which is really good. And actually, allies are starting to retreat back a bit. We've seen a lot of comebacks today, and I would always hope to see a situation like this turned around. Stugs with the Command Panther get on a really good position of the mortar pit. Even with Brace, it cannot repel firepower of that magnitude.
Yeah, it should be going down. Maybe throwing one fire nade. The Comet in real trouble here, get my target on it. X up, Katusha coming in the middle. One pit goes down. Oh, also the Panthers now in a little bit of trouble. Much health left. But exactly, it's crazy, man. When you always think, okay, game is already over. Pushes and then it's completely turned around and others are in big trouble. But Kegel is now finally repaired to some
Really
nice
good
make.
Stukish. A really good Stuka strike would really seal the deal here, but it wasn't to be.
Our foes have 300 points remaining. Increase your efforts.
It's a long time to fight for X's 300 victory points versus 70. And just pushing forward, maybe could kill the T-gun, not enough range. Fall back.
So, coordinated barrage in the center. These units retreating. You've got to be careful.
G43 was trying to find the Stuka, but instead of finding the Stuka, he finds the Puma and the Stuks. And is going down.
Vehicle losses.
That Puma has done
And
so well in this game, Stormpanther. Look at it. 3 vehicles destroyed, but I mean, they've not been small vehicles. They've normally been T-34s.
And actually, it really happened in the first time of the whole cup. I got a bug split.
Oh, yeah.
So he got alone in the end.
Alright, well, otherwise I'll have to go the rest of this on my own. But you can chip in anyway, Stormpanther, if you're watching on delay. No worries about that. But we'll just watch the Axis as they try to get a foothold on the map and come back. They've played really well so far. Now with the Command Panther, provided they can get the munitions, they have got the means to counter this heavy armor. Got to be so careful now. Firefly upgraded with tulips in the center. There's more coordinated barrage coming down. Where? I believe in the center again. Allies just need to continually barrage that point, really, just to stop the Axis from getting it. But you can see right now on the outside VPs, Rosras and Artovik, they're far from giving up at this point. Always loved these pushes from Seeking Guy. He's been so aggressive on this strategic point all game. And every time he does, it really drops the resources from the Axis. You can see right now they're only getting plus 16 munitions in at the moment. They definitely want to be getting more than that. They absolutely need these abilities. And Seeking Guy seems to know the Achilles heel here. So important that that Command Panther can afford the mark target. Comet here. Comet's done really well for a lot of this game. Not sure how it just took that Faust. But with the Comet Fausted, you really need to see the Stooks there. They're being held off at the moment by a great AT and the Firefly in the center. The Command Panther though, Firefly got low on health. Command Panther just needs one shot to take it down. Tulips on the return. Only one of them connects. The Command Panther, I think, will be able to get out of there with no problems. This gun just isn't even facing in that direction. Axis and the Command Panther really need to be careful in the center because there is coordinated barrage fire there. The Stug is trying to go in on the Comet, but it's going to have to retreat from that. It is not strong enough. All of these wipes that we're seeing right now are super important. We need these Vet 3 Tommies to go down if Axis are actually going to start getting their way back into this reliably. Still such a long way to go. When you look at VPs, Allies still have 300. There are tens of minutes of this game left for them to actually come up with a recovery strategy if they do get pushed back. and perhaps only one more push really for the Axis that they absolutely have to get right. Axis, I have to say though, they are just getting stronger and stronger. They are going to go for a triple cap as well. And I think we're just starting to see, actually, Allies, they have been banking a lot of their munitions. They are going to have an IL-2 loitering strafe. So when they do call down air support, Axis only really have the Tier 4 headquarters to deal with that.
Warmed up and ready to go.
We're going to see a flank from the T-34. Creative name and Seeking Guy. They're working well as a team, actually, across all of this. They've been playing really well together. You can see that. See that when they try to orchestrate these flanking maneuvers. Not sure what that Puma's trying to do in the center there. It's constantly poking its head in to see if it can pick up any vehicles. Katusha comes back in. It's ready to fire. Danger close. Grenadiers, really important they keep their cool here. They have to get into a position where they have a favorable retreat. I don't think there was much of a way out of that. Looks like a 6-pounder just takes down one of the Panzer IVs as well. So this Axis resurgence is crumbling. This could be good on the Katusha though. It's a great hit. A great counter shot from the Stuka.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense.
Important unit to wipe. No retreat queued up for the Katusha there. These 6-pounder AT guns are so good against the Stuks. There's some body blocking going on here from Seeking Guy as well. They don't want to let this Grenadier retreat. Really frustrating by running in front there. They're just blocking the model from getting on that retreat path. They actually flame him to death with one of the flamethrowers captured by the Tommy squads. Artovik rushing forward with Volks Grenadiers. They're going to try and get these AT guns off the center of the map, so things like the Command Panther and the Stugs can go in, deal with the Comet. Once again, just camping that retreat path, Seeking Guy. This is a brutal way to maybe finish this game. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it by frustrating his opponents all the way to the last second. There's the other retreat. He's just trying to walk in front to get the body block. I think possibly enough if the flame is on. It is! 2 squad wipes there. Artovik just loses so much of his army. I really, really don't know how much more the Axis can take. I'd be pretty sure that at this moment it is GG. Allies are just free reign to move up the map. They are going to go for a triple cap. We're maybe talking a couple of minutes at most left in the game at a triple cap. We won't completely call it by any means, but it does look like a pretty grave situation for Artovik and Brosras. We would still be seeing them tomorrow in the bronze match.
Trouble, trying to take one of our points.
But no, they are going to surrender. That is GG to Creative Name and Seeking Guy. That's going to be our last game for today, and the last game of the semi-finals. It will be 3-1 in this series to Creative Name and Seeking Guy. Well played to Artovik and Brosras. GG.